more on our main stream, so don't go anywhere as loser semis kick it off. MSU A versus Iowa City. Is Iowa City going to be the MSU killer, or will MSU be able to find some revenge back for the school?
Well, that is the question as we're starting off here. Crash going up against Sultan. Sultan on the Sora here. Crash rocking the Terry here on PS2 to start our day off. And right now it is Sultan who's been eating the brunt of most of the early percent here. Quick 60 dealt to them. But Terry, you got to feel like that's kind of what they do, right? They get that one early combo, quickly explode that damage, and then they'll be able to secure the kill later. And right now they're looking for it as they nearly find that side B at 80.
Really good rush down there, just kind of holding them over at ledge, winning the trades early, and not over-exerting and over-committing anything there. Just going for these late trades. As you saw that grab landed, no chase after. Keeping the space and just using projectiles to keep himself at bay. I'm actually enjoying Crash's options here right now.
Yeah, because that's one of the things about these characters, right? You don't want to overextend that decision-making process, especially this late into the day, right? These players have been playing for hours now, and so you've got to be on point with your decisions of knowing when to pull back and when, you know, the end of the combo is truly the end of it. Is right now, oh, that upbeat, that connected, that could have been a stock, but it might be this
there
one.
We go.
And it is stock number 1 of this series off the board.
Really nice work from Crash, just knowing to position himself perfectly, even after missing the first Hatsu, was able and ready for the next one right after. Really good reaction. And now at 86, let's see how far he can extend this lead right now, because every stock counts in a crew battle.
Every single stock matters, and now you're looking at Terry, who's right around those rage percent, so you could be able to take those stocks relatively quickly, and even if the chip damage comes online, Go is right around the corner, and that means the stocks could come offline even earlier. Look at the damage already racked up on the Sultan. They're up to 88 here, and Crash can kind of afford to play a little bit more passive, play that kind of bait and punish style of game right now.
For sure. You're not going to run out the time, obviously,
right.
Ever. But you can apply the pressure, and you can frustrate the enemy, because it is difficult sitting there playing defense the whole time. You know where you guys are at. You're in losers quarters. Nice Tatsu again from ledge. You guys are in quarterfinals, and this is it. This is do or die. A Buster Wolf right now, 10 kill. If he gets into a jab Buster,
he went for the up B instead.
Okay.
But I like the idea here, right? You have a little bit.
It's go time, man.
It's not necessarily like as safe, but if you get all the hits to connect, they're still gonna get knocked away, especially at this high of a percent.
For sure. And as light as Sora is, the kickback is gonna get blocked there. Nice enhanced up B there to have the charge up B to get himself going. And then gets the dive there. We're at a 3-1 right now. Crash in a great position right now. 172 to Sultan. If he can get this 3-0 clear, that damage is gone. There is no... Oh! There it is, though. Nice 3-pop there from Sultan.
Yeah, got a little greedy there. Went for the Buster Wolf at 0. Found his one opening and went for it, but shield came out in time. Gets punished by the up air, so... Down goes stock number 1 of Crash, but still a pretty significant lead here as, you know, the way this match is kind of paced out. Still 2-1, and already the damage being chipped onto this last stock. Sultan's really got to come up with something to try and mitigate the damage that's been dealt, but they can't afford to hold shield anymore. That bubble, that M&M is a bubble.
Yeah, so right now with the projectiles, Terry's just kind of conditioning Sultan to kind of jump over them or shield them. If you shield, obviously it's safe, but you can use that shield pressure there. You can't shield forever. And if you jump, he kicks back, and he catches it almost as an anti-air, like as a true fighter, as a true Shoto. Like, so I really like the game strategy that Crash is going for right now, as he slowly and surely is trying to close this out right now.
Very carefully here, getting back to the ledge, and it's slowly chipping away at this stock, like you mentioned, right? Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
You have to come to me. You have to make a play, and you have to make these decisions very quickly. But with all that rage, the up B will take it, and the first game of this series goes to Crash.
Really nice work there. MSU with their back against the wall. A really difficult winner's round, very tight winner's round. But honestly, I feel like they feel like they shouldn't be here right now. They should be kind of hanging out in winners. This is the #1 seed, granted, of the series. So, I mean, honestly, I think they're going to try their hardest to make sure that they prove themselves to be that number 1 seed.
I mean, Michigan came in with such a hot start, right? The opening match of the day, Dice was on fire.
Oh my
Took
gosh.
down, three, nearly four full players.
He
was fantastic on the Falco. And then from there on out, right, the rest of the squad has just been performing really well. But Michigan State, right, both teams showing up here, so very familiar with each other, right? A lot of the schools here very familiar with each other, not only from playing here on land just throughout the day, but also from playing across various collegiate leagues. So it's a scene that is very compact, very friendly, and knowing who you're going up against, I think, is going to influence a lot of the decisions that we're going to see down this line.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And now coming up right now will be Jake, who we saw really pop off in the last couple matches. In the last match, really setting the pace for them there. 2. Oh, there we go. We're going to get the countdown a little better over there.
I do love how the players have been, counting down like all day. Every single match is even the ones off stream, right?
Yeah, I even heard the ones off stream. Yeah.
The crowds that are showing up for every single match, whether it's on stream or not, there is always a group of people watching and waiting to see, anticipating what is going to happen here. But Jake stepping in here in the ring, what can they do against this Terry? That is the question right now. The answer is not much. Maybe 95%, but maybe with a little bit of rage in their pocket, they might be able to do something here, threatening so many aerials here along that platform, but they're able to get out for the moment.
So right now, Jake's game plan is to close the gap. He doesn't want to keep running into the sword. These even 90 to 90 trades are pretty work well for Crash, but unfortunately, when situations occur like that, at being in such a high damage, and especially being such a power hitter like Roy, the knockback is just insane, and then it can set up for things just like that, especially with his recovery being so-so.
Right.
I wouldn't call it weak, but it's so-so.
Right. It's certainly susceptible, but it's going to be hard for, I think, either of these characters to really punish the offstage game. But down tilt side B will be able to take that extra stock off the board. So one dealt, a little bit of extra credit in theory here, but can Jake clean this up? He's got Terry down to the last stock, but now the pressure's on. A little bit more chip damage dealt. That's the thing about Terry, right? You win neutral 2-3 times, and all of a sudden, your opponent's a kill percent.
For sure. And honestly, right now, damages doesn't matter. So Crash wants to get Jake gone, because it doesn't matter if he gets up to 120, 150, and if he loses his stock, because all that damage is mitigated come the next round. And if you can get a 13-10, a 12-10 lead, that's not bad. That's a great opening for MSU, for sure. Nice tattoo, and that's going to be it, baby. This is scary. 50% before it's go time.
Yeah, only 15, and we've seen how quickly the stocks or the percent can quickly rack up, right? Just one neutral interaction. So right now, the defense from Jake has to be on point.
Oh my gosh, nice 3 hit to burn. Oh my god, there it is. Someone check the clock. I think it's go time, baby. Oh!
Wow!
Go time for Crash, I guess.
Go time for Crash as they'll have to leave the stage. I am
fortunate. I wanted to see that so bad.
I'm so shocked that killed. He lingered in the air for so long. I thought that he was going to survive, but it just barely, just enough on it to get that kill. And again, with Roy's forward smash, right? The coverage of that move, you think of it as, okay, it's just going to hit right in front of me.
Oh, no.
But there's a little bit of that upper arc, right, when you're approaching. So huge stock there from Jake to take. 2 stocks, I believe, remaining on that Roy.
So 10-12 right now.
10-12.
MSU.
In Michigan State's favor. It's certainly not insurmountable by any means, but it is going to be tough, I think, to claw this one back, especially with the way that I think those percents were starting to trend.
So you have Roy right now with Jake. You have Hawk, you have Linus, you have Dice, and you have Suspect, all available to come in. Who do you use to come in onto this? Don't use that. Don't use that. Don't use that.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen the faces of a lot of these players until today, but Suspect is going to be stepping in. Diddy Kong versus Roy, and yeah, this one, I feel
Three,
like
2, 1, go!
getting into the action.
There we go.
Diddy Kong versus Roy. I feel like this one.
I think this is the answer.
Yeah, this is a solid answer, but this just screams to me fast-paced action.
Oh,
like
yeah.
both of these players are out for blood.
It's going to go straight rush down, blood for blood. The downside to Jake here, not having a projectile. So if it really comes down to it, Suspect can really just kind of go, not full stage, but just about 3/4 stage, and kind of just zone with Banana Peanut and just win those really light trades, force him into not well trades for Roy or unapproachable situations, and then just kind of take it over for them. So I really like this pick here, especially with the lead! Oh my gosh!
My mercy, that Nair, I mean, it feels like a nothing move when you get hit by it. But boy, oh boy, when you're along the ledge, you better be ready to get spiked afterward.
My God, that confirmed to down smash. That was so fast. I thought we were fine. I thought he was overstayed.
Yeah,
I thought it was just like an extender to just kind of do some damage.
Yep.
Maybe he'll bounce up off the stage. Maybe he'll tech. No.
That's just it.
That's it.
That's just a stock off the board. 12-9, just like that.
A full player down.
A full player down. And
this is scary, dude.
Yeah, especially when you look at who's remaining for Michigan State. There have been so many of those players who have had their pop-off moment. Hawk in particular.
You stop Dice.
Yeah, right.
And
so,
Sus is full stocks.
Yep. That is a tall mountain to climb.
Yeah.
But it is doable. I mean, we've seen Iowa already pull off some upsets today.
They took it out MSU, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So really, there are in the terms to take out MSU completely. And I think that'd be a great feather to cap, to especially close out day one.
That would be absolutely crazy for them to do, especially, like you mentioned, with Michigan State being such a powerhouse entering this tournament.
Yeah, for sure. So now Iowa still has Apollo. Jake is unfortunately disqualified there with Sultan being taken out. So you still have Apollo with his Pika triple threat. You still have Nier for the Kazuya. You still have Zeed with the Min. You still have Dippy for Snake. Where do you think they're going to be going for this next?
We're dealing with Diddy Kong.
You have the Diddy Kong
on the stage already.
I think the Snake, right?
Yeah, I feel like Snake. We did see. I'm curious if they would go for something like this. Pix did use Pithra earlier, right?
Yes, Apollo. Yeah.
So we might see. Or if they're subbed out, then that's tough. I feel like the Snake would be the move, but. Maybe
kind of match the projectiles and try to match the zone.
Plus,
being a heavy character
right,
too, you
could outweigh them.
Yeah.
And it would be in theory easier. We'll have to see if that's the way they read here. I believe yes. I believe this is.
Did we hear it?
Dippy Sticks stepping onto the ring, and that would signal to me Snake.
Let's
and
see.
that is a. We'll
Kept
see.
you waiting,
Kept
you waiting, huh? Let's go, dude.
All right, so the Snake versus the Diddy, like we mentioned, right? Projectiles, a little bit of weight differential to play with here. I guess the question is, how does Suspect get in and do that damage in the first place?
So you play the game as well. You know Snake is going to try to get the ledge, try to keep himself at bay. He's going to zone, he's going to bomb, he's going to want to play far away until it is advantage to his side. So what you do is you work the banana, you work your rolls, you work your dodges, and you get in. You also have the monkey side lead flip. Beautiful way to approach. Get yourself off the ground and all that. And honestly, if you can start taking control of these grenades and get the timing of how he's cooking them, it can really differentiate and really be detrimental to Snake's gameplay.
We've seen a little bit of that early on, right? Grabbing the grenade, just even holding shield, seeing, all right, what's Dippy Six's next move? What's the next option? But, oh, what a roll! What a roll getting scouted by that up tilt. That was so clean for Dippy Six.
And so how we mentioned a little earlier,
oh, no!
Hey! There we go!
I think that was a trade. I think the upbeat.
That was a fortunate SD there.
Yeah, that's a tragic one there. But I don't think he anticipated to be down there. I think something hit him to make him, force him to upbeat.
He went to attack the Spycopter, and from him attacking the Spycopter, I think the Spycopter attacked him, clipped his jaw.
Oh, that is tragic.
Yeah. You gotta be careful with those ledge games, man.
That feels very kind of one-off, right? Like that's something that you don't even think about in the moment.
Exactly. And just the way positioning is. Hey, nice
wait a
C4
minute.
grab.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, it's not enough though.
Did
he get another one?
He did place another one. It's on the left side of the stage.
Okay.
So it's on the ground right now. He won't be able to stick it again, but my mercy.
Ooh.
This Snake is on something else right now.
Oh,
Back throw? Wait, no, down throw. Oh, I like the idea. Just threatening so many options.
He's almost at that kill percent. I think it's over 150 where he can down throw up tilt. So he's right around the corner for that option, which just opens up even more for there. Nice C4 from the top! C4 from the top, baby! Let's go! Let's go!
And you can see it in the player cams, the pop-off,
yeah,
holding on to all of their stocks. They were up to, what, 150 there?
They were a full player behind.
They were a full player behind,
That
and
just
now
tied it up.
It's a tie game like you just mentioned. What
dude.
a huge 3-stock from Dippy Sticks. That is massive.
Let's go, bro. This is what I'm talking about, dude. Losers semis, dude. We're not even until the nitty-gritty towards the end, bro. We still have 3 more matches for day 2 and 3, man. Oh, gosh, dude. That was the answer. That was the call. I guess they're listening into to the chat.
I don't know. So you called it out, though, right? The Snake being, having that weight advantage. But really, Dippy Sticks, just fantastic effort there. Like, it's one thing to, kind of theory craft and say, all right, this is the matchup that we want. It's another thing to execute. And they execute to perfection.
Just because it looks good on paper doesn't mean it's going to end up exactly how it is. And no, he did fantastic, dude. My man is cooking right now. So, Dippy Sticks locked in, 3 stocks, tied game, 9-9. You have Hawk, you got Linus, you got Dice. Rob, Rosa, Falco. Who's coming into the plate now? Who's coming up to bat?
Rob, Rosa,
Dippy
or Falco. I feel like the safest option might be Rob, right?
I like Rob.
I
also like Falco.
Falco is also a very strong option. I feel like the one, personally, from what I've seen, Rosa has struggled with Snake. That's what I've seen.
Also, Rosa does have the down B.
That is
inhale.
true. The absorb is good.
She can grab the grenades. Little risky, though, because if you cook them differently and you don't have the right timing, they will explode on you. Rob's side B has a reflect. Falco has a reflect built in. Who can kill Snake the most out of those 3?
I feel like from what we saw earlier today, it's got to be Dice. Dice was locking in on so many up tilt back airs and so many up tilt up airs, just stringing together up airs in general, locking in the combo game. And I believe this is Dice stepping into the ring.
This is the man himself. And no, honestly, I would have to agree. I think Falco has the best matchup against Snake. Being able to reflect most of the projectiles back, being able to combo game him, keep him at bay, and kind of use his weight to his disadvantage. I think for everyone right now to at least, if not take out, at least drop to 1 stop. I think Dice is the man for it.
Yeah, I feel like that is the play. My one concern with this matchup, though, is that on the flip side, if you get some early damage on the Falco, Falco is very light.
He is light.
And the way we've seen Dippy Sticks play, we haven't necessarily seen early kills, but the potential on a character like Falco is there, and that is a very scary kind of theory to look at in this matchup.
The recovery's kind of locked in as well, too, with the up B recovery. So, I mean, if he gets him off stage, he can use rockets to keep him at bay. He can throw the bombs and keep him at bay. So, honestly, I don't think it's a complete wipeout, but I think with the options that you have, it's the best option you have into the running right now.
Yeah, I think so. And we'll have to see. I'm curious to see what stage we go to, right? Because I don't feel like we've seen...
I don't want platforms.
Right, yeah. I feel like we haven't seen a ton of the, wider variety of things like Kalos or I think I have to check again if something like Yoshi's is available. But I think if you kind of mitigate the number of platforms, right, to give that, to exploit that combo game.
Exactly.
Which tells me we might end up going to, I mean, if I'm thinking about lack of platforms, I'm guessing Final Destination is banned because they want,
most likely.
They want to get, they want
City
platforms.
Might be a pretty good call.
Town and City's probably the move here.
Because you do leave the platforms a bit. That is where we're going. We got the lock-in on Dice. Let's see what he can do here, man. King Dice on the board right now. Tied game from UI's Dippy Sticks. I want to see how these two battle it out. Honestly, I feel like these are like the aces, no?
Yeah, I feel like the way that these two teams have played today, these have been the 2 players that have kind of stepped up the most recently. Yeah, crawling under the laser, saying, all right, I've got the counterplay to a lot of your options, right? But this is such a huge match, a pivotal turning point. You've got three players each, and the winner of this now has that lead headed forward in the next match.
The only at least 2 players left after these guys. This is it, man. Do or die. And honestly, I want to say, Dippy Sticks handling the situation way better than I would thought. I thought I would see a lot more shine reflect. Not happening as much, but Dice gets a really nice combo. Oh my gosh. What a dodge there to stop it there.
I love the idea though, right? They get the drag down on top of it and extend it even further. And sometimes you gotta be willing to take those risks. Sometimes you gotta be willing to see how much you can get off of so little, right? Going for those up, those down airs instead. Now the nair is just gonna kill outright, and that's the opening stock of this battle.
Right off the platform too. That's a very scary position to land. You gotta be careful. You gotta be aware of how you're landing on those positions. There we go, dude. We definitely have a game right now. 8-8 right now. 0-0. This is so back and forth, dude.
This is a scary spot, right? I mean, both the pressure that's on. This is loser semis. The loser of this crew battle is eliminated from the tournament. That is so heartbreaking considering this is just day one.
How far you gotten? Exactly. You guys been playing for about going on 6+ hours right now. You don't want to end your 3-day on day one. Like, there's no way, dude. There's no way. But I mean, the competition is fierce, dude. It's intense, man. And you can see the pressure is on for both teams. As we can see, only 28 damage has been traded within the last 2 minutes. Oh my God!
The timing was so close. He goes for the up tilt there, but it gets shielded just so perfectly. The Dippy Sticks dealing as best he can around this reflector, kind of playing the mind game around it. But Dice right now with stage control, he's going to find the up air as well. Is he going to go for it again? Nearly found it too, and all the way up to 90% is Dippy Sticks.
Nice close quarter combat coming over from Dippy Sticks. Gonna get the 2 tilt to the triple jab. Gonna land on that. Oh, the throw though, giving them invulnerability to not get exploded on. That was insane work there. I am loving Dice coming over into this right now. 57-129. Hey!
Huge. And that is not a setup we frequently see. It's very spontaneous. The side B set up into the back air, but great recognition from Dice. Getting just above, right? So the side B, he'll land faster and then be able to go for that back air afterwards.
Dice, just beautiful reaction here. And this is kind of where I was seeing where this match was going to go. Honestly, though, Dippy might be able to get it even closer if he can just kind of stop losing out on these trades here. These fastball nairs, though, my gosh, man. These drag downs are insane right now.
And that's something that we didn't see a lot of at the start of the day. We saw a couple of drag downs, but it was mostly going for the up tilt near shield, pressuring that shield very frequently. But instead, now these drag down nairs are putting in a lot of work.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay. So he dragged there just to kind of bait out whatever Dippy had for the ledge for him, and then he kind of stalled underneath. Wow. There we go. There we go. There we go. MSU's starting to cook up, man. They're gonna take that breath of fresh air, dude. You deserve it, man. You guys got the lead now. 2 left.
2 stocks on that as well.
So about 3-2 right now.
3-2 right now.
You can say 2.5 right now. 2.5 to 2. So no matter what though, it is advantage.
It is advantage, and now you're down to 2 players left for the side of Iowa. That's a tough call, especially the way that Dice has played today, right? And the adaptations that they've gone through. Loki and I talked about this at the start of the day, right? Sometimes the sign of a great player is how quickly they can flip that switch in terms of pace of play.
For sure.
Dice feels like they've got that ability now.
And honestly, in crew battles, it's completely different from singles.
Right.
In singles, you have a best of 3, and you have maximum about 5 matches. Within those 5 matches, you can learn somebody pretty well. Here, you got 1 best of 1 in 3 stocks, and you better figure it out before the 3rd stock so you can keep advantage here. And it's crazy. It's crazy how these crew battles have been going. And I think if I have my players going right, because I peeked over, I think we have Apollo coming up for Iowa with the Pika, the the Pithra,
Right.
and oh no, excuse me, Pika, Falco, and Ganon.
Okay.
My
right,
gosh,
yes.
dude, the triple threat there of the light, medium, heavy.
A whole gauntlet of characters.
Sure.
And I remember speaking to him earlier today, and I think his thought process was, I'm rocking the Pikachu unless it just doesn't feel right. And I feel like today, the way he's been playing, it's got to be the Pikachu.
Yeah. No, yeah. Going against Dice, we got Pika, Ganon, and Falco. We could get a mirror match.
We could. It is very possible. Depending on, I mean, again, these players have been playing, since not only the start of the day, but we walked into the venue and they were already on these setups warming up. So
and we were here like 9 o'clock.
They've been playing for hours, but okay. Nier is stepping into the lineup.
Okay.
So Nier the Little Mac.
2, 1, go!
Countdown
Let's go,
underway, and we are underway here on Small
synchronized
Battlefield.
now.
That is, this is going to be so much
so
fun.
I'm scared of this matchup.
Absolutely.
And already, it's, oh my god, dude. This is insane, dude. This is what DICE needs with being 2-3 right now. And if he can tie it up here, with Little Mac, that would be 8-5, and that's like almost a person and a half, dude.
Yeah, that's a lot to deal with. KO Punch also offline now. You saw how quickly DICE just does not want to waste any time taking these stocks. They are not allowing this Little Mac any time to get back down the stage. They're already comboing again.
Yeah.
And the way they're throwing out these down airs, landing multiple spikes back to back, it feels like this Falco's playing melee right now.
Right now, yeah, this is melee Falco, no wave dash right now. This is ATR Falco right now, man. My gosh, DICE is cooking right now. 88 gets a tilt to the backer. Was that a reverse backer?
Oh,
bro,
my God.
How did he click that? How did he do that? How did he do that? That's some movement right there.
He's fading in. The Little Mac is fading into the stage. He's saying, I don't want any part of this.
I don't
and
want
he's
no
still
sauce.
able to get that back air hit. So Nier certainly up against it right now. They're already on last stock. They've got to find a way to get something on the board here just to get some momentum back, I feel like. But it's
gotta
get
get
so
something.
difficult.
Here we go. Gets a nice 2-piece here. Here we go. There we go. Nice dash in. Nice dash in. There you go. Gets a stock out. 1 for 2, though. This is in DICE's favor, honestly. Profit margins are still green.
Yeah, absolutely. But that one mistake is what Nier really needed to get something back on the board, get some good damage online as well. And remember, I talked about this earlier, right? Falco's very light. Little Mac's got a lot of kill power. You're starting to trend towards the red now.
Yeah. And I feel Nier starting to get a little more comfortable in this matchup right now. Oh my god. Opens up shield there. Nice work. Fair's gonna land though. KO punch almost there. Oh, nice side B. Okay, not gonna be able to get nice cancel KO punch. Come on, baby. This would be a sick flip for UI. Oh!
Wow, that forward tilt nearly took it outright.
Not gonna get the 2-frame.
No, not able to get there. The get up attack takes it away.
Hey!
The forward tilt might do the trick. And it will. DICE goes down. Nier keeping the hopes and dreams of Iowa alive.
Closing out the gap a bit there, too. You can see there. It is a little unfortunate. DICE a little upset with that performance there. I feel like they really felt, I think they saw the closeout, and they just overextended a bit too much. They're a little overzealous for the closeout, dude. You have 4 stocks left. One more makes it one more person. That means you're one more step away into going in the losers finals. I think it was just a little overzealous there.
There's always a certain mind game I feel like that has to be played when Little Mac is on screen, right? Because everyone thinks, okay, if I just get this character off stage, I can get the stock.
It.
And on the flip side, as a Little Mac player, you have to be so precise.
As long as I stay on the stage,
right?
I'm good.
Yeah, as long as I'm on the stage, I can live, I can win this battle.
Yeah.
And the moments, right, where DICE was just kind of winning the neutral game, and I feel like DICE did a lot of, I called it the down air specifically because they were landing so frequently. And that combo game of Falco, I mean, that's their bread and butter.
Oh, yeah.
But that once they figured out the spacing around those down airs and forced that kind of different approach, right? It almost feels like for a lot of these players, especially if you get into a string and you're able to take, if you take down a full player, if you take down, 4 or 5 stocks off of another crew, you can kind of tunnel vision on a certain play style. And I feel like that's almost what happened to DICE there. It felt like, okay, everything is connecting. I can just kind of go into free flow mode, and it ended up paying the price for it at the end of it.
Honestly, what it was is just you gotta respect the approach of Little Mac.
Right.
He doesn't have a lot of options, but man hits like a truck, he has super armor frames, and he can really just flip trades to his advantage. He can take 10, 15 to then throw back 30. And that 30 makes a big difference landing on someone as light as Falco.
Yeah, especially on a light character like Falco. And the damage output, you are absolutely correct. Even things like the forward tilt, it doesn't feel like, okay, it's it killed at like 100.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And even
from neutral.
From neutral, right? And the other thing, too, is what we're seeing from Nier a couple of times, and I don't know if this is necessarily Nier or the player, or Little Mac or Nier, I should say, but we saw him really try and scout a lot of landings with things like forward smash. He ended up hitting shield a lot, but it shows me that he is, willing to take that risk and go for the heavy hits on landing.
1, go! There we go. We're getting it. And right now we got MSU Linus up. The Rosa player. We're going for the mid, and honestly, I think this is a good call for the Nier matchup, man. And then you get yourself ready for Apollo, who's waiting in the wings here. Because as of right now, Nier only has 1 stock. So I don't know if I see him taking completely 3. But he's gonna get 1 though, baby!
Oh my
He's gonna get 1, baby!
I was literally about to ask you, how does Lil Mac get in? And the answer is KO punch. They just pull the trigger and go in and get the stock off the board. And that's all you can really ask for Nier in a matchup like this, right? Because now, how do you fight through this? You gotta wait for KO punch again almost. But that being said, Linus is on the outside here.
Yeah. And honestly, as long as Nier can keep on under the neutral. This is the scary area. Cool. Made it back. Safe. Or is he? Oh, man. Good read there coming from Linus there. That KO punch was sick, but unfortunately that is going to end Nier's run right there.
Yep. Down goes Nier. A valiant effort.
Oh, yeah.
But
for sure.
Coming up just short there. Couldn't get too much against this mid-min. Well, that's actually one of the things I think is interesting. We've been talking about how Linus is typically a Rosaluma main.
Yeah.
But I feel like we really haven't seen the Rosaluma today.
Honestly, no. I think it's just the matchups, man.
Yep.
I think it's really the matchups. Rosaluna suffers in those bad disadvantage matchups. Like, if they're not in advantage, there's really no reason to play,
Yeah.
It's just like,
you just want to wait till Luma comes back.
You might as well just play somebody else, honestly. And yeah, that's another thing. If Luma's going to be getting deleted, repeated it over and over and over again, there's no point in playing, honestly. Like,
all your kill power is in that
Luma.
star.
Yeah.
And if that star is quickly getting mitigated, which Lil Mac can do surprisingly well.
Dude.
Like that, it doesn't, right? Like, it doesn't feel right looking at the matchup.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, well, Lil Mac's going to fall off stage. And then you're like, oh, but he wins the stage game.
Oh, okay. So this can 2, 1, go! This would be it, ladies and gentlemen. MSU Linus 5 to UI's 3. So Zed is going to have to go on a 5-kill streak right now with only 3.
And against the Ditto to start it off, right? And Linus, the blue mid-min right now, with a little bit of percent lead, but it's not going to be too much. These are the interactions that matter, though. How do you get back to stage?
You got to be careful here. Quick snap to ledge, very smart there to dodge the ring. Back throw again. You got to remember, jab range is just the throw range, too. So, yes, shielding is obviously a great option, but you also have to be ready and react to the grab mix-up in between the jabs.
I'm wondering when we see the switch of arms to things like Megawatt, right?
Maybe
How quickly?
Maybe 100.
That feels about right, but sometimes with a little bit of rage, players can afford to get a bit risky at times. But look at the coverage here. Yeah, no, that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the stall out there that they tried to do, but
yeah,
not far enough. It's a grapple or a tether recovery, so it's got a lot of distance, surprisingly, but still not enough there.
No, not at all. Love Train does have it. Nice dragon breath. 2 left. 2 left. Honestly, this is very important. This is very pivotal. Even if Linus loses this, as long as he can take out as many stocks as possible, he makes it that much more advantageous for their last man.
And I think on top of that, too, as long as he keeps it close, even if he doesn't get the stock, keeping it close means so much for the mental game.
Yes.
Keeping Zeed, at these high tense moments where he's got to play perfect for so long, that means so much for the final round.
I definitely. Oh no! That was a slip fall there. The ledge snapped, but I think it was just a quick button press for the downfall to try to get a quick jump. I think that was just a quick misinput. That's so unfortunate there. And Zeed is just going to have to kind of move on with it. Don't let the pressure get to him right now. He needs to get rid of this stock so he can get into the final round. While Linus is just trying to close the deal here.
Gotta be very careful here. Stage control in
Nice
Zeed's
parry.
hands for the moment.
Okay.
They get the knock
ball?
away.
Oh no, he went to ring actually. Oh, there we go, there we go.
Dragon Arm also online. Look at the laser coverage.
Hey!
Gets out. Great coverage there.
Okay!
And Zeed keeping the hopes and dreams of Iowa City alive.
3 more, 1 more, dude. That is it right now. We are only 4 stocks away for loser semifinals to be finished. The pressure is on for everybody. This is intense, man. Hawk is going to be coming up 4 to close out MSU's group. I think he does have the Rob. Rob Min-Min matchup is difficult.
I've seen Rob and I've seen Diddy Kong from him in the past as well.
Okay.
So that's another option. I'd assume it's the Rob considering that's been his bread and butter. But yeah, that's easier said than done.
Yeah. 1 stock though to 3.
Yeah.
So even if it is a difficult matchup, all you got to do is get to that 120 threshold, look for the down throw, go for the up air, side B kill as well.
I was just about to say my mind immediately goes to run off side B with a tether recovery. That's just death.
Oh yeah. I think the air game actually is in Hawk's favor honestly a bit. Get Zeed off stage. Look, you can even go for a sacrificial play because you have the stock advantage right now. So we're just gonna get a quick button press.
I was going to say, if this is the stage,
Yo,
hold
imagine.
Birdo appears on the left or right, starts shooting the eggs.
I'm done.
I wonder where we're going for stage. I'd imagine that Zeed wants as much space as possible.
Town and City most likely.
It's got to be Town and City.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to do Kalos.
And I wouldn't want to keep it small like Battlefield or
Small
Smashville.
Battlefield or Smashville. Yeah. Me and the boys call it Thrashville.
Thrashville, yeah. You don't want this game to be quick if you're Zeed. You want to drag this out, claw your way back into this because again, it's one mistake that could cost your team this run.
Yeah.
That is a tough ask.
It is 3-1 right now. Where do you think it's going?
I mean, Town and City feels right. I would highly doubt something like Final Destination. I would. That would be the double-edged sword, but it would also, in a moment like this, I wouldn't be surprised to see a very off comfort pick come in, right? Because in these huge intense moments, right? What do the players always say? Get into your zone, be your most comfortable.
You have to be.
So if you can find that comfort level stage, I feel like Town and City is going to be that for both of these players moving forward. And I'm hearing in the headset that Rob is locked in.
Rob is locked in.
So that's going to be the matchup here.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to go check it in chat. Throw your predictions. See if you guys match up with us. The small battlefield with platforms, but intimate at the same time, is going to be our last battlefield of the day. It's going to be the last countdown. 1, go! That's it, guys.
1 stock separates MSU from losers finals in Sunday on Championship Sunday. But Zeed with this 1 stock is the last hope of Iowa.
Hawk already cooking, dude. Already getting towards off the stage there. Really good work, as we mentioned earlier before. That is Hawk's best approach of attack, is to get Min-Min off the stage, play the long-range game. There we go. Nice work. And honestly, slow and steady wins the race. There's no reason to rush this at all. You have 3 stocks. You have 98 minutes.
Oh,
you have
great forward. That's it.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Just as quickly. I thought it was going to be the side B, but no. They call out the jump with the forward air. So smart. So well read by Hawk.
Iowa City taking out MSU B, but is going to be stopped by the A team there. MSU